This is day 6 of week 1 of our 21-day immersion program on mindfulness dialogue. The focus of this first week has been connecting, which is the foundational stage of any creative interaction. Each reflection meditation this week has engaged us in an aspect of connecting to ourselves, to each other, but most essentially to the world we live in. Today's theme is entitled Compassion. We reflected already on suffering as the decision and capacity to bear pain, to transform the inevitable givenness of pain as part of living into something new, like an awakening, an opening, an awareness, a new kindness, a generosity of spirit. We also reflected on the oneness of life and the interconnectedness of all things. We are more, infinitely more, than the separated, fearful, struggling individuals that the world tells us is the truth. Rather, we are life in its oneness, diversity, and interconnectedness. Thomas Berry's description of the universe as a communion of subjects and not a collection of objects makes the point very succinctly for me. In our better moments, those moments we have described as being in touch with or living out of our true self, we have all known this. In this context, in this universe, then, the transformation process of suffering becomes compassion, which means literally to suffer with. My attempts to transform the pain of my own journey into new life are, in fact, contributions to the unfolding of all life. We are part of the emergent reality of life. In spiritual terms, we are part of God's becoming. I love the way that Rilke captures this intriguing thought of what we are actually about. God speaks to each of us as he makes us, then walks with us silently out of the night. These are the words we dimly hear. You sent out beyond your recall, go to the limits of your longing. Embody me. Flare up like flame and make big shadows I can move in. Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final. Don't let yourself lose me. Nearby is the country they call life. You will know it by its seriousness. Give me your hand. Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. No feeling is final. In the Christian world, the imperative to be compassionate as your Heavenly Father is compassionate takes on an expanded meaning and significance. It suggests that the power of life that some call God is not a static reality, but a process of ever-creative life energy and infinite form unfolding through communion. Compassion is the essential way of this unfolding. It is the way of God, and it is the way of the universe. I grew up with a Catholic prayer that reflects, albeit in a limited way, this basic truth that our attempts to transform pain into possibility, to suffer in the way we explored earlier, not only for ourselves but together with others, is our contribution to the unfolding of the universe and the becoming or emergence of God. This is the prayer that we said as children every morning. O Jesus, through the most pure heart of Mary, I offer you all my prayers, works, joys, and sufferings of this day for all the intentions of thy sacred heart. Even framed in this devotional form, the Sacred Heart being the symbol of God's compassion, the truth of the insight shines clear. We are part of the unfolding of the great mystery of life through compassion. So let me reflect on a unique practice that offers a wonderfully simple way to begin and to deepen this insight. It is called Tonglen. Tonglen is an ancient Tibetan Buddhist practice to awaken compassion. The word means sending and taking. With each in-breath, we take in pain, the pain of another, usually, but also my own. And with each out-breath, we send out relief and healing. The practice of Tonglen reverses our usual logic of avoiding suffering and seeking comfort. It can be applied to myself and my own pain, but it also guides us in suffering with others, which is the essential meaning of compassion. Tonglen can be done for those who are ill, those who are dying or have died, or those who are in pain of any kind. Tonglen deepens our sense of participating with and even helping others in their process of transforming pain into new possibility, which is how we define suffering. In this way, it awakens our compassion and introduces us to a far bigger view of reality. By doing this practice, we begin to connect with the open and expanding dimension of our own being. Taking in the pain of others with every in-breath and sending out whatever will benefit them on the out-breath liberates us from the age-old patterns of selfishness. We develop love for others, but also for ourselves, which will inspire us to better take care of ourselves and others. So let me invite you into a mindfulness meditation practice, Tonglen. Find a place, as before, and a position where you can be quiet for a few moments. Be relaxed but alert, with hands on your lap and your eyes closed or simply softened. Take 3 deep breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And breathe normally, simply following your breath, in and out. In your mind, softly say the theme of today, compassion. And repeat it, as I suggested before, as a mantra. Rest your mind for a second or two in a state of openness or stillness. In the Tibetan Buddhist context, this stage is called awakened heart-mind. You can see what they mean. All this by way of preparation. And a further preparation is a visualization. Visualize what you're about to do by breathing in feelings of heat, darkness, and heaviness, and breathing out feelings of coolness, brightness, and light. Breathe in completely, taking in negative energy through all the pores of your body. When you breathe out, radiate positive energy completely through all the pores of your body. Do this for a few moments until your visualization is synchronized with your in and out breaths. Let's take a moment just to do that. Breathe in pain, heaviness, darkness. Breathe out light, coolness. And now with your breathing synchronized in this way, focus on any painful situation that's real for you. Traditionally, you begin by doing Tonglen for someone you care about and wish to help. However, if you're stuck, you can do the practice for the pain you're feeling yourself. So breathe in that pain as darkness and heaviness, and breathe it out as coolness and light. Breathe in the anxiety and fear that surrounds the pain, and breathe out possibility and confidence. Do this for some moments. I will mind the time for you. When you get distracted, return to your breathing. Breathe in that person's pain or your own pain as darkness and heaviness, and breathe it out as coolness, brightness, and light. Breathe in pain, Breathe out healing. Breathe in pain. Breathe out suffering, the way we explored that. Finally, make the taking in and sending out bigger. If you're doing Tonglen for someone you love, extend it out to all those who are in the same situation. The same sickness, perhaps, or the same problems. If you're doing Tonglen for someone you just happen to see on television or on the street because you can do it in the moment, then begin to do it for all others in the same situation. Make it bigger than just one person, just that one person. You can even do Tonglen for people you consider to be your enemies, those who hurt you or hurt others. And there are so many opportunities today in our confused world. Do Tonglen for them, thinking of them as having the same confusion and stuckness as yourself. Breathe in their pain and send them relief. Do this for a few moments and I will mind the time. Breathe in the pain of the world. Breathe out healing. When you are ready, come back to your present situation and gently open your eyes. Notice how you feel. It's easy to see how you might apply Tonglen throughout the day. For example, you can set an intention to use Tonglen whenever you experience pain in yourself or in others. So when you encounter pain in yourself, use the Tonglen practice to suffer and transform it into new possibility. When you encounter pain in someone else, someone close, use Tonglen as a way to join with them in their transformation process of suffering, rather than simply feel and express empathy and concern for them, which is what we usually do. Tonglen can be especially helpful in the context of overwhelming pain, like the pain of the billions of animals in the recent Australian fires. It enables us, Tonglen, to join with the critical work of transforming pain and generating life. And don't forget to capture anything you noticed in your 5-minute journaling at the end of the day. A final comment. Usually we look away when we see someone suffering. It's because their pain brings up our own fear or anger and evokes resistance and confusion. So we can also do Tonglen for people just like ourselves who wish to be compassionate but instead are afraid, who wish to be brave but instead are cowardly. And rather than beating ourselves up, we can use our own personal stuckness as a stepping stone into understanding what people are up against all over the world. Breathe in for all of us, and breathe out for all of us. Use what seems like poison as medicine, kind of a spiritual homeopathy. In this way, we can use our personal suffering as the path to compassion for all beings. Because Tonglen can extend infinitely. As you do the practice, your compassion naturally expands over time, and so does your realization that things are not as solid as you thought, which is a glimpse into what the Buddhist world refers to as shunyata, which translates as emptiness, but more accurately refers to ultimate reality from which everything comes. As you do this practice gradually, at your own pace, you will be surprised to find yourself more and more able to be there for others, even in what used to seem like impossible situations. So, may you allow yourself to become more compassionate today, and thereby find hope, even in the midst of pain and confusion. Banakti Aranla Shah. Blessings on this day.